You have done the APC course.
Yes, I have.
What are your thoughts about the
I
course?
really enjoyed that aspect of the module, even though there wasn't any face-to-face time. It was really good because it was a dynamic, reflective journal.
What I liked about the course was it made you really reflect on your practice and where you are and where you've come and your journey. It it ties it all in. It makes you really reflect on the teaching criteria and then be able to evidence it, which is what we need to do for our teaching criteria anyway, for our attestation. So it really supports what we're doing in the school.
I think it's very important as a teacher that we have an inquiry practice. We inquire into our work, we inquire into what we do, and blogging is one of the very good ways of inquiring into what you are doing in your classroom in front of your students, and getting to reflect on that in terms of what were the successes and how the things went with it. So blogging was a very good platform for me as a teacher to reflect on my practices, and I used WordPress for that, for my blogging, and I could actually go back and I could rethink into what I did, and basically also come up with something better, things which did not work well in my first application, what can be done so that I can do the same stuff differently when I apply the same strategies here.
Especially when we have children blogging, and this one about their learning, this is our learning journey, and us blogging about our learning journey, and then sharing it and building a community of learners.
So you actually get the same emotions even. You realise
Yes.
what it feels
It's
like.
yes, because you've got to open yourself right up. But it's the first part, you've got to open your practice up to it collaboratively. So, and when we all learn together, it's like we're leading our own learning, but it's empowered when we're doing it as a group.
I didn't make my blog public, and I could because I had that authenticity. But I just wanted to respect them a little bit and to be a little bit personal. It's a private journal and there's nothing there that I'm ashamed of or embarrassed by, but just to respect the privacy, I made it private and then just shared with links. So that email sharing, only the people with the links could view my blog. So exactly. I think that's really special that you're invited to look at the journal, so that was nice.
This time around, part of the grade comes from online participation, so that you actually have to, like you did, you actually commented on each other's blogs, even if it wasn't part of the.
We commented in the Google, in our one, we had to comment in the Google community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one was. It was an easy grade.
Yeah.
It was an easy grade, just putting those comments in. But I feel as a person receiving them, it was helpful.
Yeah.
So you're actually, when you're on the online learning, you have to be reading other people's. If you expect that response back, then you need to be responding, and it just builds that community of learning. But yes, and sharing your experiences, because then you're making connections, you're networking, you're learning, you're seeing somebody else's perspective. So even going back through and reading those comments, I could see it from somebody else's eyes and see, and then maybe add a bit more or do something that I'd done. So that therefore gives the person who wrote the post some ideas to work from that may suit their context that they're working in.
Although you're not face to face, you know your course members, and it's really nice to support them and actually see what's happening on the inside in their school that you may not be part of.
Reading other people's blog and commenting on them also gives them a kind of a feedback about how they are going in terms of their inquiry practice. It also gave me more ideas about what are the things I should consider or I can consider, so that my reflection becomes better.
The really great bit is when you have to do APA referencing, you can just hyperlink that straight through, which is great. You don't have to worry about your full stops. You just embed that into your text. So when you're writing about educational really important point, then you can make it really short and succinct and put the references in at the same time. So it's really easy. It's bulletproof.
How did you find when you had to write blog posts? The word limit was just 400 to 600.
Yes.
How did you manage to write a blog post which is not longer than that?
I think, if you are making a very perceptive inquiry into yourself, the more longer you write, the more off topic you will get and the more repetitive it becomes. So I found that the word limit was quite appropriate in terms of my ability to rethink into my practice and being perceptive into what was I thinking about improving next.
I think that's fantastic. It means you've got to get to the point without waffling, but that you've got to be really intentional with the topic, what you're going to discuss, your thoughts, any controversy that may or may not support, and a reference. So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thank you for these encouraging words for the new students. Hopefully they enjoy the course.
You guys are going to love it.